Hey, Christina.
Hi.
Happy September for real this time.
Hey, how exciting.
I lived the whole month of August, I promise. It's September now.
Good.
How's your month going so far, as we are 5 days in?
Like 2 of those days I just stayed in my house and did nothing.
Woo!
Woo! So, slow going?
Good. You're going to have a very busy couple weeks coming up.
Yeah.
You got some family coming into town, which is big exciting.
Yeah. I got my mom, my sister, and her fiance.
I screamed in your kitchen, or I guess I was in your living room when you told me.
Yeah.
And that's so exciting. Congratulations. I'm so excited for her.
Yeah. It's a recent development, clearly.
I guess. For both of them.
Yeah.
But we're going to be doing so much while they're here.
Yeah.
Penis Park included, and I can't wait to bring that back to the pod. I can't wait to get podcast pictures down in Penis Park. That's going to be a great time. What are you most excited about while they're here, do you think?
I am excited for, them hanging out at the markets and stuff. I think they're really going to enjoy that.
And your brother-in-law wants to go to one of those, fake markets with all the fake, Louis Vuitton shit and whatever.
Yeah, he's like...
I don't think he's ready.
He actually said, who doesn't want a fake watch that you got in Korea on a fake market?
He knows they're still going to be expensive, right?
I don't know if he knows that, but he's going to find out.
Because, okay, let's say it's a Michael Kors watch, right?
Sure.
And that's a $600 watch. They're still going to try and get $200 from him.
Probably.
I'm excited to see how that goes.
I don't know if he's actually going to when he sees the price, he's still going to be like, oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
Or if he's going to say, you know what? That was an experience I had, and I'm happy that is in my rearview. Yep. Let's go. I don't know.
I'm excited for him to come out, really, and just experience all the stuff that there is to experience.
Yeah, because, it's not going to be a complete experience because, how can you encapsulate Korea in just, a week and a half?
You can't.
There's a lot, but we are going to cover quite a bit, so that'll be good that we can show off highlights of some of the greatest things that we've experienced here.
I wouldn't call the fake market one of those, but that's the other half of the experience, is doing the shit that you wouldn't normally do.
Correct.
On a date today.
Yeah.
Speaking of things we don't usually do on a day today, we're working on hockey and football brackets. Solely based off the vibe.
Yeah.
So you explain what your family does, and then...
So every year, what my family does is we make, a Google Sheets, and it's just whatever the football games are for that week. We have them laid out, and then we all pick a team, and then by the end of the week, whoever has the most wins of that week wins that week, and then we just tally up which weeks we all won. And by the end of the season, if you got the most wins, then everybody pulls together and gets you something.
So
a hat or a jersey or something.
If you vote for the Vikings the first week, do you have to vote for them the second week, or can
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's strictly just week by week. Yeah,
okay.
In each game. So that's what we do, and that's what we've been doing forever. But I explained that to you, and you were like,
we should do that for hockey. And then you were like, well, that's a lot, if you don't know hockey. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. Let's do it based on the vibe, right? And so so we're gonna do football and we're gonna do hockey. And we're picking solely based off of the little pictures,
right?
So the football ones have the helmets, and then the hockey ones have the team logo,
right?
And
I think you underestimated how much time, effort, and everything that goes into making it, but then also how many fucking games there are in hockey. Because holy shit, they don't go by week.
No, they go by month.
Uh-huh.
And there's 32 teams in the NHL, which I was like, oh, that won't be bad.
Right.
Come to find out, October has 168 games. Just October.
Yeah.
And they play October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, and into June, right?
I think.
I don't know.
I think June is when the Stanley Cup's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think
but
so.
I don't know 100% because I'm not really a hockey nerd. But, yeah, like they go most of the year. Oh, she counting.
Well, May doesn't have anything, but we're still kind of far out. So, but hockey plays. Oh, okay, so there's games in April, and then you hit May, and May is like when the playoffs start.
Okay.
So there's hockey most of the year.
Yeah, and they don't play by week.
No.
Where all the teams or most of the teams end up playing just once a week. They do it every single day. There's a hockey game, and there's at least like 2 to maybe 8 games depending on the day. And then they just rinse and repeat. They just go. And there's so much of it.
Okay, so we're making the dragging and dropping all the pictures in and everything for who's playing who when.
Yeah.
And there is currently for Saturday, October 19th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 games.
It's insane.
On just Saturday, October 19th.
Which
So
I could see, like, that could be a typical, like, Sunday for football. But that is a week already done. Like, it's Thursday, sometimes Saturday, but not very often. Sunday, and then Monday. And sometimes Tuesday, but not very often. Like, those are the main days that football goes on. And every team, if they do play, it's once a week. And that's it.
No, there's hockey pretty much every night of the week.
And that's insane. Completely insane to me. And, like, making this poll that we're making right now for the hockey vibes.
Yep.
Wild. Just fucking wild. Because it's so much.
And just this week, so looking from Wednesday the 16th to Tuesday the 22nd, the Avs play 3 times.
Yeah. That's nuts.
There's so much hockey.
So it's going to be a struggle for us.
Oh, we're going to be fine.
But you're probably going to have fun.
Oh, I'm going to have so much fun. Are you kidding? Like, I am so excited.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if I was ready for that. So, moving on, just a little bit from that. This month we've got a new topic for our watering holes.
Yeah.
We're looking at TV and film.
Right.
Do you want to give your topic now, or do you want to wait and save it for the watering hole?
I'll save it for the watering hole.
Ooh, okay, then I'll save mine. But we're looking at TV and film, and I think we both went kind of the psychology route of TV and film.
I think so too.
And that's going to be exciting. And I know what yours is going to be, and I'm looking forward to it so much.
I will say,
yes.
We kind of did a Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
Like, normally, I go overboard with the research, and you, I don't want to say underperform or something, but you give it just a little, just so we can discuss more. Mm-hmm. And we kind of went the opposite this month. Because for mine, I know for a fact, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to take a page out of Quincy's book. And I started researching, and then I hit a point, and I was like, you know what? This feels good. I'm stopping right now, and this is all I'm giving it. And you are still not done, and you have so much right now.
I have 7 pages of handwritten notes, and I'm not done. I'd say I'm about halfway there. Because with my topic, not only do you have to understand like the main question that I'm asking, but you have to understand the components. And if you don't understand the components, the main question you can't answer.
That's fair.
So we have to dive into a little bit of what each thing means
Yeah.
to then conceptualize it all as a unit.
That makes sense.
And I'm very much looking forward to it. And I'm about halfway through. And I'm so excited.
Good.
Speaking of things that are exciting, we started our first D&D campaign.
Yeah.
It's not going well.
It's not going to plan, so our DM is a little frustrated with us.
Oh, Steven. And he was... So he had told me when he was helping me like write out a character sheet and whatever that he thought I was going to be playing a hero and I was going to be doing all this shit, right? Mm-hmm. And he had this whole plan in his head about who I was going to be.
Right.
And then I'm a tiefling sorcerer. So I'm a little demon from hell, essentially, and I'm here to cause chaos and avenge some people that died, essentially.
And steal their shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. The amount of times I have to look at her when she's doing something and I'm like, stop.
We encountered well, actually within the first like 5 minutes of it, we got killed.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Because it was part of setting up. We're in the underworld. We're trying to escape the underworld, essentially. Yeah. But he had to kill us in order for us to get there. And not only did he kill us, he killed off Garfield, my cat. He killed off Bruce Banner from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he killed off Hugh Jackman, who's also apparently my love interest. Which is fucking hilarious.
I mean, you picked the people.
He just said, okay, pick somebody that's really cute. And I said, can I pick my cat? And he said, yes. And they said, pick somebody who's really strong. And I went, Bruce Banner. He's really strong. And then he was like, okay, do you want a love interest? And I said, sure. And he went, okay, pick somebody hot. And I was like, Hugh Jackman. And he was like, cool. And I was expecting us all to get killed off in the first 30 fucking seconds of this thing. Guillotine.
Yeah. Literally, I rolled once. I said nothing. I rolled once and it didn't go very well. And he said, guess you died.
And I'm supposed to have like +5 on persuasion, right? Mm-hmm. I have really good persuasion, but me as a person, I've never persuaded anybody to do jack shit.
You've never convinced me of a movie that's actually good.
Exactly, let alone persuading you not to kill me.
Right. Midst
guillotine. So like, it's not going well, to say the least.
Right.
But we did meet a lady named Susan, who...
Damn, Susan.
How was she described? Like, her titties dragged on the floor or something? And
she's grotesque. She's supposed to be really disgusting and, like...
a big bitch.
Yeah, like she's... basically think of Monsters, Inc., Mike Wazowski, you're missing your paperwork, like that lady.
Leave the puce.
On steroids.
Yeah.
Like, in...
And she's giant.
Oh, yeah. She's massive.
She's, like 2 stories tall or some shit. She's huge.
Right.
And so we had to convince her to, like, give us our souls, even though, dun, 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 we already had our fucking souls, and we went through this whole jack shit thing. Mm-hmm. And we were solving puzzles, and...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You were so frustrated with that one because you were like, I know it. I've used to do this.
Yeah, it was a puzzle that was given to us in middle school, I think. And I was like, I will never forget how to do that.
She forgot
I forgot how to do it. I figured it out, though.
Yeah.
But anyway, Susan's our hot person of the week. Thank you for allowing us to keep our souls, Susan. You're the best.
Oh, thanks a lot.
I have some friends back home that are like, I can't believe you're just now playing D&D. Like, we've been running campaigns forever. And I'm like, nobody ever wanted to teach me.
Yeah.
So now that I know, we can play D&D later, but nobody ever wanted to teach me. So I'm doing it myself.
Right.
AKA Steven's helping. But doing it myself.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that I'm doing myself, I'm always in charge of the segues because you can't see the script.
I'm so sorry.
And it's the same, speaking of, every time. I need a new segue.
Bajoink. Guess what?
Badoink. Guess what?
That's another reason why I'm not in charge of the segues.
I A new Quantum Leap book in the mail. I ordered another one for my collection, and then I proceeded to find out that I'm missing more than I thought I was. I currently own 9 or 10 of the books that were written.
Okay.
And they're all written by numerous authors, which is why I can't just like look them up by author.
Oh.
But I think I own almost all of the Ashley McConnell ones. I might be missing 1 or 2, but I'm on the hunt to collect them all. But I found one on Etsy for like $5 plus shipping, so I think I paid $10 for it.
Nice.
It came in the mail with a Savers sticker on the back, so they paid $1.99 for it. And I was like, dude, I can't fault you for that. They gave me a sticker and a bookmark, but I'm just happy I got the damn book. I gotta figure out how to get the sticker off the book.
Yeah.
It says Savers on the back, but it'll be fine. I'm just jazzed that I got another book in my collection, and now I can finally allow myself to finish The Wall, which is the one I'm currently reading.
Mm-hmm. You've been reading that for like months.
I know, because I only read it when I'm out. That was like the goal. It's supposed to be my like out and about book.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get a whole lot of time to read when I'm out and about, especially now that I drive more.
That's fair. Like
when I used to have to wait for the bus all the time, I was reading all the time.
Right.
But
now there's kind of no point.
Yeah. So now I'm allowing myself to pick it up at home.
Well, good.
And I got through a whole bunch of it yesterday.
Awesome.
But it's so very good. This is like a trivial thing I wrote down. I ordered a new phone case, finally.
Yeah.
Because mine was dying. But the thing about phone cases is, like, the ones for protection are never cute. And the cute ones are never going to protect your phone.
That's a fact.
So I ordered one for protection that's purple.
Right. I'm
not a purple girly.
You are not, but you could potentially have purple accents.
Right. And so I'm going to use my Cricut. Shout out to my mother-in-law for my Cricut. And I'm going to make a Hawkeye decal. And I'm going to stick it on the back of the purple case and call it a day.
There you go.
And I'm very excited about it. You want to talk about our tattoo coming up?
Only if we can talk about the moment that happened earlier.
With my son?
With your son.
Go for it.
Can we talk about that first?
Yeah, we absolutely can talk about that first.
Fantastic. So I like to snack here. And I have I have like 2 or 3 options that I can have when I'm around here.
Well, you're never here, so I don't have a whole lot.
You know what? That's fair. But overall in this country, my snacks are limited.
True.
But one of the things I can have that's easily accessible are they're essentially bugles.
They're knockoff corn bugles.
Yeah, they're light as hell. But otherwise, they're basically just bugles. So I'll snack on those sometimes. And I had a little bit over here, and I forgot that I left them. So I was snacking on them earlier, and then Garfield comes over, and he's just got his paws on my leg, and he's looking at me with those cute old eyes. Yep. And I was like, okay, buddy, you can have a little snack, because I normally give him a little snack of whatever I'm snacking on. This man was not satisfied with the small little bits that I was giving him. So after a certain point, he started coming after my entire bugle.
The whole thing.
And when I tell you...
They're pretty long. How long would you say they are? Like 1.5 inches, 2 inches?
Yeah, something like that.
They're pretty big.
Probably 1 inch to 1.5 inches, but still.
Yeah.
Like, they're long. And this man, I gave it to him, and he went big old crunchity crunch, grabbed that thing.
He unhinged his jaw for that thing.
It was a serious endeavor, and if you've never seen a cat with a scrunched up face who just happens to be orange eat an entire bugle, I highly recommend it.
You ever seen a cat eat a full bugle? That's what's written down on my notes. And I'm so glad we get to talk about it.
It was maybe my favorite moment all day.
I'm so glad. To be fair, we've just run errands today. It's not like we've had a lot of excitement going on.
Sure. Anyway, what was the thing that you wanted to talk about?
Our tattoo design.
Right, tattoo design. It's great. 10 out of 10.
Thanks. I designed it myself. That's like a loose term. I've pulled pictures off the internet.
I heard it.
I
think they heard it too.
I hope it picked up. That was my ankle.
Stop doing this.
I should tape that.
Yeah.
But anywho, I pulled a bunch of pictures off the internet, and we were like trying to figure out how we wanted to make this like design, right? Mm-hmm. And so I threw them into our editing software that we use to edit pictures for the podcast.
Yeah. And it came out really good.
It did.
The vibe's just a little different.
Yeah.
The style's a little different on the two components that we wanted together.
Mm-hmm. And so we sent it to the lady who did my big thigh piece. Zhang? Is that her name? Zhang? How would you pronounce it? Jeon?
I think it's Jeon. Yeah.
Jeon. And she knocked this shit out of the park, man.
Oh, yeah. She killed it.
I am so excited.
So that's going to be our tattoo that we both get.
Here in this country.
Yeah. So that's exciting.
I'm so excited. Our appointment is on the 21st.
Woo.
So after your family leaves, like that Saturday,
we'll be getting
stabbed
so much
repeatedly. And then the question is determined: do you want to go first?
I mean,
or do you want me to go first? I've been tattooed most recently, numerous times, in fact, since you've been tattooed.
I'm good either way.
Okay.
Like, if you have a preference, then we'll do that. But if not, then...
So, when I was with my friend Volt in PA and we got tattooed together, they went first.
Okay.
Because I was sitting there, because it had been so long since I had been tattooed. Because I got tattooed at 17, and then we were going in for this tattoo, and it was supposed to be my second tattoo. So I was kind of freaking losing my mind.
Yeah.
Because my first tattoo was small. It's just a little guy. So when we went in, I was losing my mind. And so they went first on that one. And then I got mine done. And then I proceeded to get a second one while sitting in the same chair. And I got my Hoodie Allen tattoo done, which needs to be finished. Like, it's just lyrics right now. It's just words. I want design around it.
Oh, right. You want it to be like a cloud.
A cloud and sunrise and a whole thing. Sorry, Mom. I'm going to be covered in tattoos. I'm going to be inked out. Anyway, so when at that point, I was shitting myself, and I was like, somebody needs to go first. I can't do this. Like, Yeah. But now that I got that big thigh piece done, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just excited to get stabbed.
Great. I think if you got your first tattoo when you were 17, that may have been around the time that I got this guy.
It was... I had like just turned 17, so it was 2018. It was like February or March of 2018.
Then it was around there. Like it was either the end of 2017 or the beginning of 2018, and I can't remember which one.
I had mine. I got mine done, and it took forever to find shops who would tattoo somebody under 17.
Yeah,
and I'm so glad they didn't ask if my parents were divorced and that they would need like both signatures or anything, because at that point I wouldn't have been able to get tattooed. Gotcha. And like I have a memorial tattoo, and I think that was one of the things that made him be like, oh, then yes, we will tattoo you.
Right. And because it has significant meaning. Yeah,
and it's not just like, I don't know, a band name or some shit like tattooed.
Right. It's not like forever in Chinese or something.
Yeah, or one of those infinity symbols, or like something that was like really of its time.
Right, yeah.
And maybe it wasn't a face tattoo, it wasn't a hand tattoo. Yeah. I didn't get a tramp stamp, like any of the above. So I got that done, but I'm so excited. Sweet. Anyway, but subject change. So, you know our friend Ryan that we talk about all the time on the podcast? Mm-hmm.
I know him, yes.
I'm sure they know of him.
Right.
Fake name, Ryan. Ryan, fake name. That's his full name. Ryan, fake name.
I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but we don't use real names of people except for...
Unless people have told me explicitly that they are allowed.
Right.
Like, so our husband's real names, Volt, real name, Daniel, real name. but they're also very generic names too. So it's like
That's true. Well, I don't know about Volt, but
well,
yeah.
no, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Volt's a nickname anyway. It's not
that's
even a
fair.
full name. So
That's fair.
Our friend Ryan,
Yes.
I think he's so sick of us.
I would be if I were him.
Right? Because so he went from like living pretty much alone, you know, when his wife's not here because they live apart right now, different countries and all that. And so when she's not here, he just, what are you staring at so intently?
Nothing. I'm
Behind
just looking.
me.
I'm just looking at your stuff.
Oh, okay. I was like, I keep seeing your eyes flash to like look like a specific place, and I'm like,
there's
what's going on?
Your wall is covered in stuff. I'm just looking.
Oh yeah, I've got lots of things. Anyway, we keep dragging him out and about because he sits at home a lot and doesn't do a whole lot, and so like he comes to game night religiously.
Yeah.
We've brought him out to the bar. We took him out. We had regular ass game night, and then we took him out for lunch to that burger place. That was actually that's so good. I love that burger place. Don't know why I'm whispering about it, but it's true.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it. The fries were fine.
Yeah. I don't know how we're gonna eat with your family here.
I don't know.
Sidetracking back to that, I think Ryan's sick of us. That's basically that whole conversation.
That's fair.
Going back to your family, how the fuck are we ever supposed to eat?
I don't know. I know our friend Dana, she is gluten-free. And my mom is gluten-free.
Thank God that we know somebody.
Right. So she's got some recommendations. It's actually quite an extensive list. So she's
been living here long enough that I believe it.
Right. And there's snacks that we can like have with us.
Yeah.
That way she is sustained while other people eat things that maybe she cannot.
Right. Because we'll have a gluten-free person. We'll have people that can't eat dairy. We'll have a vegan. If I'm with you, we'll have me who I can't consume capsaicin.
Which I would think you would be the one that would be the hardest of all in this country because they love them some spicy food.
They do, but beef bulgogi is
true.
Everywhere in this country.
That's true.
So if I go somewhere, like, and we're in a Korean restaurant, I absolutely have something I can eat.
Great.
So it's, you know, I turn into one of those safe food individuals where I look at a menu and go, okay, I know I can eat a spring roll. I know I can have rice. I know I can, you know. Yeah. And I don't have to worry about cross-contamination or anything like that. Yeah. But, we're going to have a time. As long as Steven doesn't develop an allergy between now and then, I think we'll be good.
Probably going to be fine. That man can eat so many things.
I'm so glad. Speaking of so many things, we have sniffed so many clones today that my brain is kind of liquid. Like, we were at the Olive Young because I needed a skincare thing. And that was the whole point of me going in there. I was going to run in and get that. Yeah. And they didn't have what I was looking for. So we had to find something else.
And then it started pouring.
Absolutely pouring cats and dogs. And so everybody and their mother sequestered inside the Olive Young. Mm-hmm. And we ended up in the cologne aisle.
Yep. If you don't know what Olive Young is, it is literally just a skincare, cosmetic, makeup place. Yeah. Where you can get basically all the lotions and serums you could ever ask for.
Think of it like the cosmetic section of like a Walgreens.
Yeah. But it can be very extensive.
Yes. It's that on
right.
Like, what is the term?
Isn't there actual stores that are makeup and cosmetic related, like Ulta and stuff? Oh like yeah,
that's true.
We're over here like, go to your local Walgreens.
Yeah, like an Ulta. It's similar to an Ulta, but more on like the skincare side of it than it on the makeup.
Yeah, and I can only imagine at Ulta you have a lot more variety in certain things, whereas, you know, in Olive Young, like, they're catering to local Koreans and how they operate, which is normally very neutral, very natural looking. That's that's how they operate here. Not very flashy.
Yep. Which drives me bonkers because, like, if I'm going to wear makeup, I want you to know.
Right.
I want you to look at my face and go, wow, you put a lot of effort into that. Look at you go. But I can't when everything here is pinky, blushy, nude.
Fair, I guess.
Like, I don't know. Like, I'm all for it, you know, if that's your deal. But it's definitely not my deal.
Gotcha.
For sure.
Okay.
We have one last fucking thing on this list.
Okay, hit me.
It just says, quote, fucking Kennedy. I'm so disappointed. So before we get in, I know we don't usually talk politics on this channel.
Yeah, we generally don't like to get our grubby little fingers in that.
But this is your reminder to go out and make sure you're registered to vote. Because I live by the humble opinion that if you don't vote, you don't get to have an opinion.
That's fair.
Out in the world. You're allowed to have your own inside opinions, but if you don't vote, I don't want to hear about your opinion. Regardless of what we could 1000% agree on every single point, but if you didn't vote, I don't care. I don't want to hear it. And
Fair
people
enough.
are like, that's really harsh. And I'm like, I don't.
It's not. You have the right to vote. You have the right to not vote too if you want.
Yes.
But if you're not pleased with what's going on, you didn't help try and get it to where it could be.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're in a state that would never allow your vote to matter anyway. I don't care.
Yeah.
You need to try.
Yep.
If you don't try, then get out of here.
Because I guarantee if there's one person thinking, oh, my vote doesn't matter, how many hundreds to thousands of other people in the same community are thinking that? So they don't vote and then nothing changes.
Right.
And also you should vote for yourself.
Yeah. And
not just your community.
Yeah.
Or
also, it's
your family or whoever.
It's not just the presidential either. Like, there's local elections that you should definitely be participating in if you live in that area. Like, we don't currently live in those areas.
Yeah, so
like, me voting for Kansas stuff, because that's where I'm registered,
right.
like, that's not really going to affect me in the immediacy, and especially since we're not going back there immediately, me voting on that stuff doesn't really matter to me in this moment, because I live in Korea right now.
Right.
But if you live locally...
Yep.
Vote on that stuff. That stuff matters too.
Like, I think one of the most important things I ever voted on locally when I lived in Colorado was bringing the wolf population back to Colorado.
Oh.
That's still one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to vote on. I haven't been voting for very long.
Yeah.
But being able to, like, repopulate a population, like a wild population of animals in Colorado was so cool. But going back to fucking Kennedy... JFK and RFK Sr. would be rolling in their goddamn graves.
Like, I could visibly see the disappointment in your eyes when you realized how nuts this man is.
You were there when I realized, like, when I started putting, because I feel like I've talked about this before, I never thought in my lifetime I would see a Kennedy run.
Right.
Maybe when I was old and decrepit, somebody down the family line would have gone for it. Yeah. But I never thought RFK Jr.
was gonna go for it.
Yeah. Ever. Especially because he's ancient already. Right. I should have known. They're always ancient. They're always ancient. But the more that's coming out about this man.
Like I said in the car, you can only blame so much on the worms, my sir.
Yeah.
After a certain point, you're just nuts.
I'm so disappointed.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
He's erratic.
Because John and Bobby were very much a take care of your community, you know, like...
Sure.
Better the world situationally than RFK Jr. is. And... I just don't understand how he's backing Donald. Where that came from.
I have a theory.
I would love to hear the theory.
Money.
Oh, God damn it.
He probably got bought.
You're not wrong. I'm so disappointed. I thought being able to see a Kennedy in politics was going to be awesome.
Maybe it will one day.
So disappointing.
Yeah. Like,
because it's not even that I just disagree with his politics. It's that that was my ankle again. I'm so sorry.
Man.
It's that he's insane.
Yes.
Like I think he could be certifiably insane. And I don't say that lightly. Like, that whole thing about he keeps killing wild animals.
And throwing them in his truck or hitting them with his truck.
Yeah, he needs to calm down. Yeah. Like, we need politics to change.
But not like that.
But not like that. Stop hitting things with your truck, Robert.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, indeed.
Well, that's quite a note to leave this on, so...
Yikes.
Yikes, indeed.
Okay, I know we usually leave you with, like, a thing to do, but we're going to play a little guessing game this time around. So I'm sending a care package to a friend.
Oh, yeah.
And this thing's gigantic.
Yeah.
How big? What would you say? It's like 20 inches by 18 inches by 18 inches, maybe?
It's
pretty big.
Sure.
So
if I had to equate it, because Americans don't use the metric system, it's like the average box TV that you used to get long time ago in a galaxy far, far away when we were small.
How heavy would you say that thing was?
I didn't lift it.
Like,
you did.
10 pounds, 15 pounds, maybe? It was awkward. It was. Sure. We're just going to play a guessing game. How much money do you think it's going to take me to send this box?
Great. I can't imagine that, like, jar full of gumballs scenario that you've given them. Wow.
And with that, make sure you're registered to vote. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.